Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on my channel. I'm your average infantryman, and thank you all for checking in. This means a lot. I've been gone for a little while, but I'm glad to be back making content for you guys. Let me know how it's going in the comments down below. Tell me something about yourself. You never know. We have something in common, or maybe you can teach me something, who knows. You might be the expert and I'm just some dumb grunt, but I love reading what you guys have to say down there in the comment section, so make sure you do that. In today's video, I want to talk about the history of the F-35 Lightning II Joint Strike Fighter program. I know we've covered this topic before, but if you think about it, we really didn't. We talked about Lockheed Martin, and we talked about the F-35, but we haven't really discussed this aircraft in its entirety, and I thought it would be a good idea to kind of touch on that and share some information with you guys, because after all, this is a staple of the United States military as well as other allies. This thing is be around for a long time, and I just want to go over a little bit of its history, so let's get into it. First up, I want to talk about the channel. If you don't know, this is actually the first time I'm mentioning this, so I'm not sure if you guys knew. The channel audience is mostly people from the United States, which makes sense. But then, we have Canada at no. 2, then the Philippines, then the United Kingdom. Australia, Germany, India, Brazil, Spain, and then Italy. So I want to say thank you guys for tuning in. I don't know if you found this information useful or entertaining. That's what I try to do with this channel, right? Whether you're getting information or you find it entertaining, maybe both. I just want to give you guys a shout out. Thank you for tuning in. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. Next up, I wanted to cover the birth to present day of the F-35 Lightning II. So let's start off with that. How did this aircraft come into existence? Well, the F-35 was actually designed by Lockheed Martin. They actually won a contract against Boeing for the Joint Strike Fighter program, and this program started way back in 1993. But the requirements for it were established in 1986, so it took 7 years for the DoD to actually award Lockheed Martin the contract. But they began development in 1996, and the first F-35 rolled out in 2001. This was the X-35 prototype. And then in 2006, it was declared operational. Now, when you hear operational, a lot of people think, okay, it's ready for combat. Actually, that's not true. Operational just means that it is declared ready for use within the intended role. So the Air Force was looking for a fighter that could replace the A-10, the F-16, and the McLeod. And eventually, the Navy is going to use this to replace the F-18 Hornet. And it was also designed to replace the British Harrier jump jets. Now, when you think about those aircraft, you have the A-10, the F-16, the McLeod, and the Harrier jump jet. They are very different. Those aircraft fulfill different roles. So when you look at this aircraft being able to replace all of these platforms, that's quite an undertaking. The F-35 comes in 3 variants. You have the Air Force version, which is the A model. Then you have the Navy version, which is the C model. And then you have the Marine Corps version, which is the B model. And the B model is actually shorter than the other two, because it needs to fit on an aircraft carrier. As you can imagine, space is limited. So they had to shorten the aircraft to accommodate for the lack of space on an aircraft carrier. There's a lot of differences between the B, A, and C models. Don't have time to get into that. But yeah, that's just a little tidbit about the F-35. So once it became operational in 2006, they began deploying it to different bases. And the first base to house the F-35 was Edwards Air Force Base in California in 2007. In 2010, Luke Air Force Base in Arizona stood up the first F-35 squadron. Eglin Air Force Base in Florida followed in 2013, and Seymour Johnson Air Force Base in North Carolina followed suit in 2016. So as you can see, this thing has been around for a while. Since then, they've been upgrading it, making it better. And as of September 2022, the F-35 has over 800,000 flight hours, with 714 aircraft delivered. Like I said, this is going to be around for a while. The F-35 is actually used as a reconnaissance, right? So it's a surveillance aircraft. It's used for air superiority. It can perform ground support missions, maritime strike missions. Basically, it's an all-encompassing platform. The DoD intended for it to be an all-encompassing platform, and they've done a good job with that. This thing is used all over the world. It's used in Iraq, it's used in Syria, it's used in Afghanistan, and like I said, it is used all over the world. The aircraft can carry the GBU-39 Scalp EG, which is a long-range bomb that has a 2,000-pound warhead. It has a range of about 1,100 miles, so it can reach out pretty far. It also uses the Joint Direct Attack Munition, which is basically a small bomb that you can use for precision-guided munitions, right? So it uses a GPS system, a satellite system, an inertial navigation system. And basically what it does is it allows you to drop a small munition that weighs 250 pounds with a 1,500-pound warhead, and that thing will hit its target. It also uses the small diameter bomb, which is another precision-guided munition. This one has a range of about 25 miles, and it weighs about 250 pounds with a 2,000-pound warhead. And then it has a large variety of air-to-air and air-to-air round munitions. So yeah, it's got a lot of stuff that it can use. It can use basically everything. The F-35 has a number of advantages. Its speed is classified, but I believe it can reach a top speed of Mach 1.6, so that's faster than a lot of aircraft. It has a service ceiling of 50,000 feet, and it has a range of 1,400 miles. This thing can fly a long way without having to refuel. It has a combat radius of about 510 miles, so that's not bad at all. And its weapons load is about 8,160 pounds. That's a ton of weapons that this thing can carry. It can carry a lot of bombs. It can carry a lot of missiles. It can carry anything that you want to put on this airplane. But with all of its great qualities, the F-35 also has some disadvantages. It's not perfect. Nothing in this world is perfect. But this one, it has some problems. It has a very high maintenance cost. So these things need constant upkeep. They break down all the time. Even though they're in combat, they're constantly breaking down. So that's a big disadvantage. Then it has a low payload capacity, so it can only carry so much before it affects its performance. And then it has a low fuel capacity. So these things have to land more frequently than other aircraft, which puts them at risk of being hit. Now, I'm not saying that the F-35 is a bad aircraft, because it's not. It's actually one of the best aircraft in the world. But I'm saying it's not perfect. Every aircraft has its advantages and disadvantages. But overall, I think the advantages outweigh the disadvantages. That's why it's used all over the world. And again, this is going to be around for a while. So yeah, you're going to see this a lot. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something new about the F-35 Lightning II. Make sure you stay tuned. We have more videos coming soon. And like I said, tell me what you think in the comments down below. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Make sure you like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you to all my supporters. I appreciate you guys a lot. I'll see you in the next video.